And here's a rundown of our top stories. I'm Brian Polyamanzares.
I'm Sabrina Ho.
And this is GlacierHub News. GlacierHub interviewed anthropologist Sophie Elixhauser to discuss her recently published book, Negotiating Personal Autonomy, Communication and Personhood in East Greenland. She shared her perspective of her time observing the Inuits in East Greenland. Elixhauser explained that she began her research in East Greenland with a very broad question on how people relate to their environment. She said, quote, "In many societies around the world, the distinction between human and non-human persons, or more broadly between humans and their non-human environment, is not drawn as rigidly as in our Western context." Elixhauser told GlacierHub that the future of her research is still uncertain. However, she's looking forward to seeing what the future may bring.
A new paper published in Nature has shown that the Atlantic Meridional Overturning Circulation, AMOC, is currently at its lowest. Increasing freshwater input from melting glaciers and ice sheets in the Nordic and Arctic Seas have contributed to the slowdown. GlacierHub managed to get an input from Wallace Broecker, a well-known geoscience professor in Columbia University's Department of Earth and Environmental Sciences, and the man who also coined the term the Great Ocean Conveyor Belt. Broecker claims that there are dozens of water hosing experiments that simulated freshwater input of higher magnitudes coming from Greenland, yet they still failed to shut down the AMOC.
A recently published study in the journal Land has found that more than a quarter of the new houses in the second largest city in Nepal, Pokhara, are being built in highly dangerous areas, susceptible to multiple natural hazards, including glacier lake outburst floods and avalanches. The study lists a number of challenges for this rapidly growing city, located in a region with a number of geological hazards. Most of the newly settled areas are located in agricultural areas, which are attractive to prospective residents because they are flat and have owners who would permit construction. However, these locations place new houses at great risk. The researchers indicate that this growth will continue until at least 2035. So you know the movie The Day After Tomorrow?
Yes.
You know how like they froze everything over in that movie and like it was apocalyptic and everything?
I know, it's so scary.
Yeah, but it's just so interesting because there's a study coming out now that talks about what the Ice Age was a couple 100 million years ago.
Let's head on to it right now.
Right.
And many scientists are coming up with hypotheses about a global ice age during the cryogenian geologic period that took place between 720 to 635 million years ago. Two main hypotheses are on the table: the snowball Earth theory, which argues that ice covered the entire Earth, and slushball Earth hypothesis, where the sea near the equator stayed open, allowing the evaporation and precipitation of water to persist. However, neither of these hypotheses are set in stone, but rather are part of an ongoing debate that requires much clarification. Developing different climate models with many parameters is necessary to better understand what happened during the cryogenian period. Moreover, careful study of the organisms that survived during this period could help us better understand the truth behind the cryogenian ice age. I never knew slushies and snowballs could have such significance.
Yeah, well, my only experience with slushies would be 7-Eleven Slurpees and snowballs and snowball fights. But those are your top stories for this week. And I'm Brian Polyamanzares.
And I'm Sabrina Ho.
And this has been GlacierHub News. So for more glacier-related news, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Keep it cool.
And have a great week.